Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parshat Shmot. Why did Yocheved save Moshe? Part 2. And it's entitled Mental Meltdown. According to the Ramban, the woman through the Rabbi, which is eyes, the women were in a state of despair in Egypt, and they just could not get out of it and try to even think of ways to try to save their children. Until Yocheved saw there was a miracle when Moshe was born, and she says, oh, wow, there's hope. And once there was hope, she got out of the despair, and now she's tried to think and strategize. And the wheels in her mind were turning, and she came up with a plan to save Moshe Rabbeinu. So to me, this is a beautiful idea, that a person in certain situations, that the mind is just not working at all, or not working in full force. Term which I'll call mental meltdown. The mind is just not operating. And I think it's very, very important for all of us to define those moments that we have mental meltdown, our children, or our students, our spouses, our family members. And if we can identify those times, I think we could be much better off in planning ahead. Could be certain people when everything is fine, they work rationally, when they're at home, when they're at work, when they're in yeshiva, when they're learning. And there can be a specific relationship that just doesn't work for them. Okay, whether it's a person with their adult teenage child. Somehow there, the mind is just not working fully. The child is going through stuff, and the parent just has a tough time dealing with it in a clear, rational way. So that is mental meltdown. And he should be able to identify it. And then at least he can prepare properly in advance. Could be a person with an elderly parent who is not totally incapacitated, still there, but on edge, and that could cause a lot of tension for the 50-year-old, 60-year-old son who's just having a tough time dealing with it. Could be a student in school. For some reason, he's just not operating in certain ways. I remember once having a student, very bright, and he would do very well. And certain times you would just fail. And there's a pattern of failing and excelling, in Torah and whole, all subjects. Till we finally realize any time he starts a new topic, a new sugya in Torah, Mishnah, Gemara, my secular studies, he'd have a mental meltdown. He was just overwhelmed by a new topic. He didn't have a feel for the topic yet. And he wasn't saying, oh, okay, let me learn a new topic like every other student. No, mental meltdown. He would just break down and be afraid and shut his mind. So at least we'd identify it, and then we could try to proceed from there. So I think we all, or most of us, have different areas in life, times in life where there's mental meltdown, where there's just certain situations that we just cannot function clearly and rationally. And I think we'd all be doing ourselves, our students, our family members, a very big favor by trying to help ourselves and others identify those meltdown moments, and then we could proceed and know, okay, before I go into this situation, I will not naturally function rationally, so let me prepare. Let me understand what are the triggers that cause that meltdown, and then I can avoid them. I can deal with them. I think there's a very important lesson, going back to Yocheved. The mental meltdown there was a despair. That's what caused mental meltdown. But I think we should take that idea and apply it to all of our lives and be prepared, and then just avoid that dangerous state. Shalom.